everyone, I'm Julie.
And I'm Genny with a G. We're cousins and best friends.
Who live on opposite ends of the country, so we decided to start a podcast. Welcome to Get Funny.
OMG. Okay, so Barbie movie's coming out July 21st. They have had one of the best collaborations marketing scheme I've ever seen in my days. And maybe there's others that are comparable, but to me, I feel like they have gone above and beyond. They have a collaboration to do a satin pillowcase. They have collaborations to do makeup. They have collaborations to do the luggage set. And that's what I want to buy with base. I have looked at base for many years now. I'm like, well, it's just luggage. Like, what's the big deal? It's fuchsia pink, my favorite kind of pink. The pink that makes my soul happy. And I'm going to purchase it. And you know what? I deserve. Do I know how much they're going to cost? No, absolutely not. They're not even on the website yet. You can't even pre-order. This is going to be a run for your lives to purchase this. And I will. I signed up for the email list. I'm going to receive the email. I'm going to purchase it immediately. Fun fact about me, I don't even need to go get my purse. I got stuff memorized. Okay. So I'm going to go and purchase it. No question.
Wait, you're still memorizing shit? I let the computer memorize for me. All I have to remember is my 3-digit security code.
Wow.
Hello. I let Mr. Google handle that. But about that Barbie luggage, which I love, and also I love hot vibrant pink as well. And as you were saying that, I was like, is there anyone who prefers a baby pink? Because that seems wrong, and I don't think that is like, I think all pink matters.
All pink is beautiful to me. That's where I am in life. Because currently right now I have baby pink. That's why.
Can you leave that alone, please?
Oh.
Why? Genny always needs to fidget with something, and it's always the loudest shit. She was literally just crinkling a plastic bag in the microphone.
Look how small it is. This is
Stop it.
And the microphone's over here.
Put it away. Put it away. I can hear it. Oh my god. Anyway, so like baby pink is fine, but like I would never choose that over hot pink.
That's why I'm willing to change my whole aesthetic at the airport for bright pink. I am so excited.
Yeah.
My current set.
Yeah, is baby pink. Did you see that they're doing the Barbie Dream House with Airbnb?
I did. On every state.
Want that.
The one in
every state?
Yeah. I don't know if it's real factual, but they were saying like this is what they would look like. But I do think it's in every state. And if it's the Georgia one, it's definitely in Savannah and it looks beautiful.
Okay. Every state is outrageous. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I guess there's all these Airbnbs that are empty because, they're not doing well.
I mean, why would... Also, can we talk about one of the biggest things that people don't talk about?
Okay.
It's called Airbnb. All right? A play off of a B&B that existed prior to this, which means bed and breakfast. When thinking about my experience with Airbnb, I remember one of my first ones, they provided lunch and dinner. What? Then the next one after that, they provided breakfast and lunch items. The second B in Airbnb has been gone for many years, and y'all are still charging out the butthole for us to go stay at your house because you bought this second property to then get some passive income on it. Don't play. I know. I saw the Netflix show where they revamped homes specifically for this. I get it. But my biggest thing, and no one else is complaining, where's the other B? Give me a damn bagel and a damn banana so I could go on by my merry way when I'm dropping $500 to stay at your house for that weekend.
I truly, and that, you know what? You're making good points. I have never thought about the other B aspect of Airbnb. I only think about how annoyed I am that they charge me a fucking cleaning fee and then have the nerve to be like, make sure you take the trash out, but only put it in this one bin. If you put it in the other bin, we're going to charge you an extra $300. And if you don't take the sheets off the bed and put them all on the floor, we're going to charge you extra. And make sure you do this and blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm sorry. Am I paying for an experience? Or
right?
If I'm gonna work, then you need to be subsidizing my my lodging fee if you need me to do work.
And then you're over here talking about a cleaning fee. My dudes, when we went to Dallas, those sheets were filthy. And then we told them.
Ew.
And it wasn't my sheets because we would have moved out of that house. But they come in the next day, right? Because we came in a late night. They come in the next day. Then they just leave some random sheets on the kitchen table. I'm like, you need to take the old sheets with you.
Wait, when you say they were filthy, tell me. I don't want to know, but I do want to know. Like,
they had like a lot of stains on them, and they just did not seem clean to the standard that you would want something to be clean when you're about to sleep on them. Now, were they the beds that the boys slept on? Yes. So I feel like boys kind of don't even care. But I was like, I just don't like that. And then the whole things that don't work, and when you're trying to tell them, they're like, no, it works. You just have to do it like this. Nah, you need to do your job.
We lately, like, mostly have been staying at hotels, but we're going to Nashville in 2 weeks to see Beyonce. And, you know, because we're going to see Beyonce, all the hotels were crazy for that weekend. So we found an Airbnb. The Airbnbs were also crazy, but we happened to find one that was like affordable. So we booked it. And now I'm nervous. I don't want dirty sheets.
I mean, there's this one cleaning lady on TikTok. Before I say anything, this is too much work. I want her to know.
Wait.
But she goes.
Are you talking about the travel woman?
Yes.
The woman
who goes in and cleans everything. No. When she gets there, she travels with her own cleaning supplies with the disposable sheets and checks for bed bugs. I mean, my thing is, if you're going to spend, and she says, I don't care, I'm going to do this anywhere I go. My thing is that there's a certain level to understand that in these, you either have to do it or don't do it. Because you going that hard when you get into a hotel makes no sense. And then you're going to sleep on disposable sheets. Again, it doesn't make any sense. Those cannot be comfortable if they're disposable. They can't be.
Stay home. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Twitter this week, and I was like, okay, now, you know, since before COVID, Richard has been a person who sanitizes whenever we get to a hotel or an Airbnb. We either have a sanitizing spray or the wipes, and we literally wipe down the high-touch surfaces, like doorknobs, whatever, remote for sure, of course. So that, and some people that is extra. Because, you know, my family certainly does not do that when they go to hotels. Maybe now they do, but they didn't pre-COVID. But this lady, this lady straight up was mopping. Like, how are you? Don't tell me that you're going to leave your home and then travel to a place, and then the first thing you do when you get to that place is not only clean the place, but fucking mop? Nah.
And my thing is too, so you cannot possibly tell me you're traveling with these items, because how can you, with that stuff not making a spill all over your luggage? Secondly, then you're buying all this stuff before you get there. I get it. Hit it with the Lysol. But honestly and truly, I cannot do it. I am germ aware. I cannot be a germaphobe, because then I wouldn't do anything. But the fact is, while you're saying that, if your sheets are going to be messy, bring some extra sheets, but disposable sheets ain't it. I'm sorry, lady. I get it.
Sheets. I'm like, is this a hospital bed? What's
right? Is it a hospital? And she has the disposable sheets with the disposable pillowcases. And I'm looking at her like,
no,
you can't be serious. She's like, it's not for you. You don't have to do it, which is true. I will also agree.
And she seems very nice. Yeah, she's just presenting how she lives. And
at the end of the day, too, I will also guarantee you that the whole looking for bed bugs, because that seems to be like the biggest thing people have with it. At this point in time, then you're never going to go anywhere. Because if you're the type of person that you're going to look for the bed bugs, but then put the luggage that you had from the airport on your bed in the hotel room, you missed the mark. Because that, I can guarantee you, most people do. And to me, bed bugs are more likely to get on your luggage before they get on the bed that you're at the hotel.
Okay, wait. Do people
put their luggage on the bed? Yes, a lot. And I see it so many. When I tell you, to me, it is the most shocking thing, because I guess people think that germs don't exist once you pull your luggage into your hotel room. I do think that. So they pull that luggage. They then grab that luggage and put it on the bed along with their book bags, along with, I mean, I'm telling you, it's been so often. Every commercial you see too, if you really look, every commercial or Instagram video of someone promoting luggage or travel, they put that luggage right on the bed and do it.
I do want to push back on this idea that there are copious bed bugs at the airport, though. Is that?
No, I'm not saying there's copious. I'm just saying the chances of it happening are more from pulling it around the airport, the street, the taxis that you're getting into. Those are going to have more surface areas that you're touching, and the poop that you're getting on those rollers.
Right. Okay. Poop aside, the bed bugs are
poop aside?
No. Poop aside, the bed bugs, I feel like they are more likely to be in the bed where they are named after. But I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying, check your sheets for bed bugs if you remember.
Yes.
You don't have to change the sheets. If you see bed bugs, then just leave.
You have to burn down the hotel.
You have to set fire. Commit arson for a hotel, please.
You have to burn the bed.
Yeah, take some matches when you travel.
Ready for Saint on Screen?
Yes, always. Let's try to get through this before your power goes out, because you got that storm. And you know what? Speaking of storms, how does this movie open up? What did we watch? Picture it.
Oh, yes.
2002.
2002. Sweet Home Alabama.
Yes, we watched Sweet Home Alabama, which opens in some time far long away, when a young white girl and a young white boy are running in a storm on the beach. Mm-hmm. And there's lightning.
Yep.
And the kid, the boy child, is like, will you marry me? Or why won't you marry me? Or whatever. And she's like, I'm only 10 years old. By the way, was that a fanning?
I think so. I think it was
a fanning. Elle Fanning? Elle Fanning playing young Reese Witherspoon.
Let's see. Let's confirm, because
I didn't know. Yeah, it maybe wasn't Elle Fanning, but I felt like it was a Fanning.
I feel like it was Elle, but yeah. Oh, wrong. Dakota.
That was Dakota?
It was Dakota.
No.
Yes, it was little Dakota Fanning.
What?
Playing young Melanie.
Well, okay, so it opens with them running, and then there's a lightning strike on the beach.
Why they kiss.
Yes. And this movie leads you to believe that when lightning hits sand, it creates beautiful, perfect glass, which I believed for a while. Turns out it's not necessarily true. It's a bit of a fudging of the truth. It can create structures that can be unearthed and possibly be glass-like, but they're less perfect than the movie.
Are you
leads you
trying to take the magic away from this sweet Alabama love story? Is that?
I'm just, you know what? I'm just trying to bring science. Okay. Hashtag women in STEM. And
science in Alabama, get all the way out.
Wow. Okay, I didn't say it. You know what? I didn't say it. So anyway, y'all, we watched this movie. It's over 20 years old.
Also, I just need to add this, because we were going to watch another film, which I feel like they run fast and loose with the word film, and which we thought was a romantic comedy. And turns out it was not. It was a raunchy comedy that had Ashton Kutcher falling for Tara Reid. And it was not good. So we last minute changed from My Boss's Daughter to Sweet Home Alabama. And I honestly, what's so fun, my friend Dina was over, and she had actually never seen Sweet Home Alabama.
What?
So she was able to watch a little bit with me. And another fun fact, it was filmed on my college campus. And I just thought, oh, how cute. But it was filmed at the home that was of our founder, that Carlisle mansion. That's the
Carmichael. Yes,
Carmichael mansion is actually Oak Hill in Rome, Georgia.
You know what's funny? You had told me because we were texting. So Jenny started watching my boss's daughter, and she's the one who said it was not good for us. Which I'm curious, was it not a rom com at all? Because rom coms can be raunchy.
Yeah, no, it was.
Okay.
So to give you the super quick thing, it is this man who works for a boss who has a daughter. He likes
Thank
the
you.
daughter. He likes the daughter, and the daughter's like, "Oh my god, I have to house sit my dad's house and watch his bird." The bird being an owl.
Okay.
He then convinces her, no, don't worry, you should just go on whatever thing you want to go to. He thinks she invites him to this thing, but no, he has to watch the house. So for the majority of it, they're not even together. So it's not even like a romance in that there's a conflict that's keeping them apart, and she likes him too, or kind of likes him. She thinks he's gay for most of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And then all the literal racist things that they say, and just, oh my god, yeah, there is one thing to be politically incorrect, there's another thing to be rude and raunchy, and just, it was not I don't know how they called it a romantic comedy at any point.
Speaking of fast and loose, I feel like platforms play fast and loose with the rom-com label, and I'm really upset about it. I've had it.
Do. I've had
but
it.
let's let's talk about a movie with absolutely no racism or problematic things. Sweet Home Alabama.
Turns out. Wait a minute. 2002. What a time. Because Foss's daughter was also 2003. So I'm like, oh Lord.
Times were tough, y'all. Oh my
20 years ago.
Ugh. Yeah. So the gist of this is Reese Witherspoon is a high-powered, up-and-coming fashion designer in New York City.
New York City?
The Big Apple, they call it. She has this big fashion show that's going to be her big debut. It's going to be in all the papers. And what does her boyfriend, Patrick Dempsey, aka McDreamy, do? He proposes to her on the night of her big show, which I found to be a red flag. Like, can you just let her have this? Like, okay, I want to say this is one of those movies, because you know me, I do not watch movies more than once. I'll like a lot, especially nowadays, I never do, but when I was younger, I think I was more likely to rewatch things just because we didn't have access to every fucking movie all the time. So I watched Sweet Home Alabama a few times. I liked it. And back then, I always thought it was kind of messed up that Reese Witherspoon, she plays Melanie in this. Mm-hmm. Melanie, right? Melanie. I always thought it was fucked up that Melanie has this like amazing, gorgeous fiance. What's his name? Andrew. Patrick Dempsey, mm-hmm. Andrew. And she, like, he doesn't do anything wrong, but she is in love with her, spoiler alert, first husband, who she is not yet divorced from.
Right, and he doesn't know. Jake. My thing is, my big red flag about this, there's a couple.
There's so many red flags.
He proposes in a jewelry store, so he's like, you pick the ring you want. And I'm just like, this is like that one part that is about you, sir. Like, why don't you pick it for her?
Right, you didn't even.
But it's weird. Second red flag. They've been dating 8 months, and he has not met her family, does not know where she's from in Alabama. My biggest thing is, how are you going to propose to somebody and not know their family? Like, do you all think that family would not be a part of it once you do have a wedding and get married? Like, I find those things problematic. But that's just me.
It seems, no, you're right. And he, in Andrew's defense, he does call it out, and he's like, I would love to meet them. And Melanie is ashamed of her roots. That comes out pretty quickly. And she's like, no, I need to go down and tell them first, blah, blah, blah. The other thing
also giving, just a little bit, this was like the white version of everything Mindy Kaling writes. That's just what I was feeling.
What do you mean?
Like Mindy Kaling, all her characters hate being Indian, and
wow.
they, like, push away everything about their culture. And this is what Melanie's doing. She's pushing away everything about her Southern culture. I was like, Mindy Kelly, what are you doing here?
The self-hating minority. Yes. That's the Southerner in New York. That's amazing. I did think it was weird that not only does Andrew not know her family, but she lies to him about everything. Like he doesn't know that she's married.
Bro.
He doesn't know she's married. He also, so she creates this entire fictional background for herself in New York. And so she tells Andrew, like, I'm from the Carmichaels of this place in Alabama. And her family is, they made their money in cotton, aka slaves, which was a weird thing to put in here. But spoiler alert, she goes down to Alabama and it turns out she grew up in a mobile home. Was it a mobile home?
Just about ranch.
Yeah, I think it was. Situation. I think it was. And she just had a regular, low, lower working class life, and she hated it. She hates everyone here. She hates where she's from. And honestly, I was real sick of Melanie.
Yes. And her father participates in Civil War reenactments. Seems to be
for the Confederacy.
Yep. And no sense in it's our history. No sense in brushing it under the rug, sir.
The thing about it, they also have a Confederate flag in their home. There are so many things about this that even in 2002 were not okay, but it's funny to see that they were more okay then. Like, it was funny, quote unquote, to have Patrick Dempsey and his mom be like Democrats from New York, and the Southerners hate that. But it's okay. They're still going to be friends, and it's okay that he's marrying their daughter because he loves her or whatever. It was just so weird. But I will say that as someone who, as you did, moved from New York to the Deep South as a child, do you remember, did you grow up with people who were Civil War reenactors?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, apparently I did. I didn't know what it was. Like, I remember, where was I? It was in some, like, I think I was in middle school when I was like in a classroom and someone was like just talking about what they were doing that weekend. And they're like, oh, we've got a reenactment. I forget exactly how they referred to it, but I remember being so like, what are you talking about? And that is when I was suddenly exposed to the whole world of Civil War. Why is that something? There were kids like literally in my school who did it on the weekends with their families or their dads.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
They didn't do this in Georgia?
These are the difference here. You definitely moved to a more rural part than I moved. But like, no, I don't know if they didn't do it. I don't know if they didn't do it. I just know I never had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
So I will say that. I don't know. The two things I remember from my first day of school in Georgia were you speak Mexican, right? Because you're Mexican.
Yeah.
And you must be a bitch because you're from New York. Those are the two things that were said to me my first day of school. And I was like, well,
you know,
I what just happened today? And yep, I'll never forget those two things.
People thought I was a snob because I was from New York, but really I was just shy. And I was like, I hate this. I hate being the new kid. This is being the new kid in a town where everyone has been in school together since preschool. Fucking terrible. Garbage. Would not recommend. Anyway, enough about our trauma.
Right. Let's move. Anyways, this movie, I will say this. This movie is so much more actually romantic comedy than My Boss's Daughter. And it definitely played. It was really cute how they did it. It's still kind of messed up because Melanie was a liar and lied about everything. Hated everybody. Outed her friend.
Yeah, like she literally outs a friend of hers. Really the only person who's been really nice to her since she gets back in town, because everyone else is like, oh, you just abandoned us. And she did. She left and never came back. Like, doesn't even come visit her family. And her friend, Bobby Ray. I was like, Bobby Joe. Bobby Ray is so sweet, and she outs him when she gets super drunk at a bar, and it it's so rude and violent, and like she's the worst.
Shit.
And then she goes on her little apology tour. So it turns out her not her ex-husband, her current husband, Jake, who will not sign the divorce papers. He was her childhood sweetheart. He is the young boy in the beginning of the film who asks young Dakota Fanning to marry him. They've been in love forever. They were supposed to make it, but they got married like right out of high school, which, y'all, what's the rush? You don't need to get married. That's crazy. But okay. And they get pregnant and they lose the pregnancy. And then Melanie leaves and goes to New York because her thing is she doesn't want to be stuck in a small town in Alabama because she's so much better than everyone. She even says, she's like, I am better than everyone. I'm like, girl, why are you like this?
Through it.
And Jake has spent the past 7 years, however long it's been, trying to make himself into the kind of man who would be worthy of her. So he starts his own glass business, which also has a restaurant attached to it and a gallery. I do not know, but he doesn't want to tell her. He suddenly has all this money, blah, blah, blah. And at no point in time, I guess the message of this is weird because, so she leaves. She wants to make better of herself or whatever. She thinks he doesn't follow her. Which
is a common problem. A lot of folks I know have actually broken up because of that.
Well, what we learned is that he did go up to New York, but he didn't tell her, and he was so overwhelmed by how fancy it all was, and he just knew he wasn't good enough. And I just feel like that's a weird message for the movie, especially because then at the end they end up together again, and he's now, you know, made something of himself, and he's now got all this money, and it's like, couldn't you have done the same story, but he could have been like a guy who just worked at Piggly Wiggly? Like, couldn't that have been better for love? No.
First of all, you're gonna just leave a job at Piggly Wiggly. Who's gonna take the job? That's rude. First of all, you can't leave them hanging. Now he needs someone to cover his ship. But wow. I do think it's interesting because they spent 7 years apart, and then she's there for like maybe 4 days, and rekindles everything, and then leaves Andrew in the dust.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So her and Jake spend most of the movie like pissed at each other, and Jake finally signs the divorce papers after she gets super drunk, outs their friend, whatever. Like, he's so pissed at her for acting this way, so he's like, you know what, I'm done. And so he signs the papers, she mails them off. That'll come back later. And then she goes on her little apology tour, and they kind of like reconnect a little bit. They kiss, and she goes to visit their dead dog's grave, which I was like, how did you not know? I hated that part of the movie when I was a kid. I hated it now.
As someone who just lost a pet, it was so sad.
How would you... First of all, I don't care how estranged we are. How are you not going to tell me that my dog is sick and that I need to come down? I would have been so mad at Jake for never mentioning that. And Melanie's like apologizing to the dog. She's like, I'm so sorry I didn't come down. I didn't know you were sick, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you should be pissed at Jake. But also, weird of you, Melanie, to leave 7 years ago, come back and assume that the dog that he has is the same dog that you had 7 years ago.
Because
how long do you think these dogs live?
You left for 7 years and never checked in. Or with your parents. Like, my thing is, Melanie...
I think she calls her parents, but she doesn't come to see them.
It doesn't sound like she calls them.
She doesn't call them a lot. She doesn't call them a lot.
Very surprised. They're like, oh, Melanie's on the phone. It's rude.
Eventually, Andrew comes into town to surprise her. And she's like, what? And that's when she has to tell him the truth that she lied about her background.
After telling them that Jake is her cousin.
Oh, right. She has to tell him. So she's like, actually, that was my husband. And he's like, you married your cousin?
Because there has to be a cousin marrying joke in this movie. Rude.
Yeah. She and Andrew start planning their wedding. They're going to do it in Alabama instead of New York. It's going to be a whole thing. Meanwhile, she thinks she wants to be with Jake. But Jake won't answer her calls. Jake is ignoring the hell out of her. So she just goes full speed ahead, planning this wedding, to the point where we get to the wedding day. This bitch gets to the altar in Alabama. I hated this. I realized when I was watching this because it made me really upset. I don't like movies or stories where the couple, the wrong couple makes it to the wedding, is about to say I do, and then the other person finally gets their head out of their ass or whatever, and they get together. Because I'm like, think of all the planning that went through. Think of all the people who had to take off from work for this dumbass wedding. How dare you? You couldn't have figured this out before.
Right.
How very dare you?
How rude. And then no deposits are going to be returned. I would be upset. Who returns the gifts? Does the one who caused the commotion have to take up all that? They probably won't.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, she didn't actually sign the divorce papers. Jake did. She mailed them off, but she forgot to sign them this time. So her lawyer finally makes it as she's about to like say I do or whatever the fuck. And he's like, you didn't sign the papers. And so she's like, oh, okay, does anyone have a pen? Why didn't the lawyer have a pen? Why would the lawyer not have a pen? Anyway, so she gets a pen. Patrick Dempsey, aka Andrew's, waiting at the altar. He's like, Melanie, sign it. And she's just like, I can't do it. And so it's a whole thing, a whole hullabaloo. And she goes, everybody on the bride's side, stay put. I'm about to go get myself a groom. And she runs off to go get Jake. Ma'am, if you don't let your guests do something, what are you talking about? You cannot make them stay here to wait for you to get yourself a groom. Okay, also, you're already married.
Also, but pause. What else they got going on in that town? That was probably the day. They probably all listen.
I just thought she was very self-centered. Reese Witherspoon is very charming, as of course, but I just feel like her character sucks in this, and she never really reckons with the fact that she sucks, because everyone just forgives her real easily.
Kind of do.
She doesn't really have to reckon with the fact that she lied about all this shit. Like, everyone, Andrew's just like, it's okay. Like, he's mad for like 3 minutes, and then he's like, it's fine. Okay, we can still get married. I'm like, does she ever have any consequences? No?
Because she definitely catfished him in person. And then they end up together after this whole, she's like, I'm going to go find my mans. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, oh, Mel, you hated us, but you're back. What?
Yeah. And she's not really back because she still lives in New York and has a fashion career there. A fashion career which puts her on the cover of W magazine, I'm pretty sure. Like, she's on the cover of magazines. I feel like they play her up to be like this big time person. Yeah. And I just feel like there's no way that if she was making all these articles and whatever, getting in the press, that they would not have already figured out that she was not who she said she was. But that just gets swept under the rug.
I mean, unless she's like that Anna girl. Remember that?
Anna Delvey?
Anna Delvey, right. Like,
you're right. I mean, I guess it is possible for her to be a scammer.
Right.
Without people knowing. But it was just weird. I don't know. I liked Jake. I think I like the actor Josh Lucas. He's not in a lot of stuff, is he?
I don't think I've seen him a lot, but
I mean, he's been in stuff, but I don't think he's done a lot of stuff. But I think that he was cute in this movie.
Apparently he's in Yellowstone.
A show I do not watch and will not watch because the creator sucks.
Yeah, I haven't really seen most of his stuff.
He's the white Tyler Perry.
Oh, God.
His name is Taylor Sheridan.
Oh,
yeah, this is an anti-Taylor Sheridan podcast. Thank you. I do want to just shout out maybe my favorite moment in this movie. So her friend, what's her friend's name?
Lurleen? Is it Lurleen? Okay. I want to say it's Lur something.
The one with the babies?
Yeah, I want to say it's Lurleen.
I had my closed captioning on and it looked...
Lurleen.
That's not a name, okay?
Lurlynn.
Anyway, I get confused because that actress's name is Melanie and Reese Witherspoon plays Melanie, so it's a whole thing. But the night that what's her face? Melanie gets really drunk. She meets up with everyone at the bar, and she's like, or maybe that's a different night, whatever. She's like, you have a baby
Yes,
in
the
a
same night.
bar.
Yes.
Great.
And
Great,
then Lurleen says, I really like that top. I saw that. That Jacqueline
Smith.
Smith has a great option. She goes, oh, well, I made this. It's been bought by Bergdorf's. And she's like, oh. Lurleen. Mm-hmm.
Lurleen. Anyway, do you have anything else to say about this movie?
Nah.
Okay. That's fair. Do you want a fun fact?
I do.
Okay. So, a fun fact. The song Sweet Home Alabama was
It's not about Alabama.
It is. It's a Lynyrd Skynyrd song, as we know, but it was written as a diss track to the artist Neil Young. And the fun fact of it all is that none of the members of Lynyrd Skynyrd were from Alabama. Is that not a fun fact? What?
Wait, but what's the diss? Is
Neil
from Alabama?
Sorry. No. No.
Oh.
I don't remember why. It was written in response. Here, I'll just look it up for you. My God. Okay. So Neil Young. Here, let's get into the fun facts here.
Okay, please explain the fun.
Neil Young.
Explain the fun so we can get it.
In 1970, Neil Young wrote a song or released a song called Southern Man. And Lynyrd Skynyrd felt that the song Southern Man was blaming the entire South for American slavery, which I'm so confused.
True, but
I mean, just America in general. Let's not split hairs here. But
sure. But it was the Southern senators that said,
yes.
We should consider them 3/5 of a person.
Young is name checked and dissed in the lyrics. And there is a lyric in Sweet Home Alabama where he says, and I hope Neil Young will remember a Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Whatever.
What?
So
but Lynyrd Skynyrd's not from Alabama.
None of the three writers of the song were from Alabama. Two of them were from Jacksonville, Florida, and one of them was from California. Jacksonville, Florida is basically it could be Alabama light, so I'll give them that. But yeah, no.
Wow, weird.
This
was less fun and more dysfunctional. But yeah, I appreciate it.
Wow, okay.
What else did you find on that whole little computing machine on Al Gore's internet?
The computing machine? Mm-hmm. The computering machine? I'll tell you what, Jenny.
I'll tell you what I found.
I found some Am I the Assholes.
Ooh, our favorite.
Our favorite. Am I the asshole for saying I have 2 kids?
Oh, yay.
So stupid. I just think that title's so funny because it's like, well, we need more information. Tell us more. Uh-oh. So.
I just don't know where this is. I feel like it could go really funny or really tragic very quickly.
So sorry. Okay. I've been with my fiance for 6 years, and she came into the relationship with 3 kids, whom I adore. Their dad isn't in the picture very often, once every 6 to 8 months. They don't call me dad or anything, but they treat me like a father figure. They even gifted me a dog 2 years ago for Father's Day. My fiance was a bit upset about that one. Whoops. Well, now, I know, my fiance is pregnant, 6 months, and we were out on the boat the other day with my buddy and my buddy's wife. They were asking if I was excited about the pregnancy and having a biological kid, and I said, well, I have 2 kids now, referring to my dog. My fiance just got extremely quiet and didn't say anything, but my buddy's wife piped up with, wow, you just made yourself sound like a fucking prick. I asked why, and she goes, you have 3 kids at home that you've taken care of for 6 years, but sure, Only include the flea bag your fiance never wanted and your unborn child in the number of children you have. I tried defending myself, but ultimately the damage was done. Now, I spoke to my fiance about it later because she didn't defend me on the boat, but she didn't agree with my buddy's wife either. And she goes, "That did bother me. And no, I don't want to talk about it. I have a lot to process right now." I tried again defending myself, and that's when she kind of snapped at me and said that I not only made a fool of myself, but also made her and her kids look bad in the process because I claimed my dog as my child, but not the actual human kids I've helped raise. She currently isn't speaking to me, and I've definitely heard her crying. Am I really wrong, or is this weird women hormones?
Wow. So you had to put a top hat on the asshole. Got it.
Weird women
Wow.
hormones. Wow. Obviously, you're an asshole.
You're
oh my
more
God.
than an asshole. You are a fucking asshole.
The
What?
worst. Why would you
In
say that?
the world.
I don't understand people. Now I'm upset. I feel bad for this fiance because she's pregnant. She's having this man's baby.
It just makes my head hurt. You mean to tell me that you've been a part of these kids' lives for 6 whole years? We're not talking about 6 days, 6 months. 6 years. The father of biology to these children does not come around, so you are receiving gifts for Father's Day, getting
For
acknowledged.
Father's Day.
And you have the gall to say you're gonna have 2 kids now, a dog included. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my dog. That's all I love. And I get it, they can be like children's because you spend a lot of money on them. But you have 3 of them
it's the love,
already.
it's not the money. But yeah, I think if he would have included the dog and the kids,
right?
He wanted
you have
to,
4 already.
Yeah, or like this is gonna be my 5th kid because I got the 3 kids at home and the dog, like that. But
how? I would be so mad. I'm mad for her. I don't even know her.
I'm so mad.
3.
I'm also mad that he said weird women hormones. Like, sir, you did such a dickish thing, and you're like, certainly it couldn't be me who did something wrong. This must be those hormones that I'm hearing about. Shut up. You're the worst.
Also, people... he is the asshole. I want to be clear. But the person asking the question, you're a bit of an asshole too, because you know people are dumb. And secondly, why does it matter?
I thought you meant the person asking am I the asshole question?
No. Yeah, the person...
I agree.
The person who asked him, is he ready to have a biological child? That, I think, also started the nonsense because, again, you've been a father figure. You know what
for
this
6
is.
years.
I
thought that was super rude, and I was hoping that he would have said like he would have made... In a perfect world, this am I the asshole would be a question of him asking if he was the asshole for pushing back against his friend asking this question.
Yes.
But no, he just went in the wrong direction. But yeah, super shitty. Like, what if... I feel like these friends, if they had a friend who adopted a kid and then that friend got pregnant, they'd be like, are you excited to finally have a real one? Like, just stop. People, you don't have to say every stupid thought that comes in your brain. Why is that not an option?
This was terrible, and I share this because it's been many years now. But one of these people I knew was... English is not their first language. I will say that.
Okay.
But also, they've been speaking English the whole time I've known them, so it's kind of weird excuse. But either way, we were at this convening, and there were some people there from that we used to go to school with, and she goes up to the woman who is pregnant and says to her, "Oh my God, what was it? You're finally on number 2. How's that going?" Kind of disregarding the fact that the pregnant person had actually lost her second pregnancy.
Oh.
And this was the 3rd pregnancy she was on already
Oh
feeling some kind of
no.
way. And then the woman who said it came to me and she's like, do you think that that was wrong? I was like, absolutely. Why would you say it like that? Like, in what world? I mean, why would she was like, I was talking about number 2, her being number 1 and the baby being number 2. I was like, in what scenario
That
do
doesn't
people
make any
talk
sense.
like that?
No.
And I'm like, if you say it in French, I don't speak French, but I feel like that's not the way you would have said it. The mom being number 1, the baby being number 2, that just doesn't make any sense.
No
That
one
just
has ever
nobody.
referred to a baby that way. Like, oh, you're
Yeah.
finally ready for number 2? Shut up. What?
Like, who does, like, why would you say that? And like, it was very clear that number 2 was lost. Very clear. Like, they were pregnant, had passed a certain point, and then there was a miscarriage. So I'm like, why would you say this? It's already hard for people who are like carrying and for, yes, hormones are a thing, but you don't have to say everything that's ever come to your mind when a pregnant person is around, or a person who's just living, because the people who ask other people if they're pregnant and they're not pregnant, it's actually really uncomfortable. Stop doing that, y'all.
Oh my God. Yeah, also just stop asking people about the state of their reproductive like organs or plans or whatever. Like, are you pregnant? Are you planning on getting pregnant? Oh, well, why do I have to tell you that, stranger who just met me and knows how old I am now? Weirdo.
Or also people who do know you. Just let people tell you if they're pregnant.
Don't.
How about that?
I agree. You don't need to ask people what their reproductive plans are, because to be quite honest, you may get some answers that you don't like. And
right.
I mean, answers that will make you uncomfortable, make you feel bad, sure, like there's pregnancy loss, miscarriages, etc., child loss even. But you also may get answers like me when I'm fed up and I'll be like, no, I don't know that I want to bring a child into this fucked up world. Why did you make that choice? Don't you feel selfish for doing that? Let's have that conversation. Anyway, people suck. Definitely the asshole. Okay, I have one more. Am I the asshole for suggesting my goddaughter rethink her career choices? I'm a 41-year-old man, and one of my friends, Mike, asked me to be the goddaughter to his little girl, Chloe, when she was born. Yeah. You are correct. It is Godfather, but he actually wrote Goddaughter, and that's what I read. But yeah, you're right. To his little girl Chloe, when she was born, I accepted happily, and we've always had a good relationship. I especially used to enjoy helping her out with schoolwork and projects alongside my own kids, because Chloe was always extremely academic. She always got top grades, and her parents assumed she'd go to medical school, as she had expressed wishes to be a doctor from a really young age. Mike, his wife, and Chloe moved a little further away a few years back, meaning I didn't see them for a long while. Recently, though, we all met up for dinner to catch up. I asked Chloe, now 17, what medical school she'd be attending. Weird to ask a 17-year-old that question, because she has to go to college first, but sure. And she told me that she didn't want to do that anymore. Instead, she told me she wanted to be a gardener. I don't think she has it quite figured out yet, but something involving horticulture, because she loves nature. I was a little surprised, but her parents explained that another factor was her anxiety diagnosis, meaning she was interested in finding a job that would be a little less life or death, literally, as well as giving her the chance to work alone and be outside in nature. I said something along the lines of, but you always wanted to be a doctor. You'd throw those dreams away? I know it could sound harsh, but I know that she always dreamed about going to med school, and I love her like my own. So I want for her what I want for my kids, to be happy in a stable and professional job. I also mentioned that becoming a gardener is not a cure for mental illness. At which point, Chloe and her parents went quiet, and we didn't talk much more for the remainder of the evening. Mike took me aside before they left and told me I'd upset Chloe and angered them by pushing the subject, and that if gardening is what she wants to do, then that's the end of it. My wife chewed me out too. I just can't help but feel like she's throwing away something she's always wanted for an easier option in the present rather than buckling down to secure a good future. Good things in life are never easy after all. So am I the asshole? Yes. Sir, if you don't get the fuck.
If you don't shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, this man says he's 41. I feel like you are 41. You are young enough to recognize that the world does not work this way.
Right.
You are young enough, like, he's an elder millennial, maybe a very young Gen X, elder millennial, really, but whatever. I feel like I am confused as to this mindset because I feel like most people of our generation, and certainly younger ones, recognize that we are living in a house of cards that is also on fire. Like, if she wants to be a fucking gardener, go right the fuck on. Do you know how hard it is to become a doctor? Not only that, you take out crazy loans that you will have to pay back. Thanks, Supreme Court.
Don't even get me started.
You then, I don't know if you know this, sir, but we were just in a pandemic for years, and maybe you also didn't know this, but despite what the banging of the pots and pans would lead you to believe, we as a country do not actually take care of our healthcare professionals or any professionals or literally any people at all unless they are old, rich, white men. So why would you encourage this just because you think that she has this potential? Shut up. You be a doctor.
I also just did the math because, I can't just do that quick math. But he was 24 when she was born. And he said he also has kids. So I definitely think although he is an older millennial, he still didn't live that very specific life of like, I'm going to move things. He had to take care of a family. And I mean, this is not defending him at all. I just think that he's in a different mind frame that is very more like, you need to get your life together. She's 17. Even if she did tell you at 17, oh, what medical school I would go to, which is dumb, again, because she has to go to college first. Her mind can also change at 18. Like, people's minds change once they get into school. And, good for her parents for supporting her either way.
Yes, because I am so thankful that she has these parents, because this man who says, I love her like my own, so I want what I want for my own kids, to be happy in a stable and professional job. Well, that's on you that you think that she can't be happy as a gardener. Like, what you should want for your kids is for them to follow whatever it is that they want to do, like, and nurture that, and don't be like,
and
but she always wanted to be a doctor. I'm sorry, she probably fucking wanted to be a rodeo clown too, but like, kids say things all the time.
And like, for someone, I will say this, I was somebody who wanted to be a doctor for a very long time. I wanted to be a nurse at first, and then I wanted to be a doctor, and then I even said these words were uttered: an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Wow. I got specific. Okay, I was like, ooh, I'm going to be an ENT, da-da-da-da. I was discouraged, to be quite honest. I was discouraged taking biology classes in college, and I was like, I cannot be somebody who's going to make bad grades in a pursuit of something that I'm not interested in. And then I realized, I mean, my original passion was sociology, and I was like, I'm killing the game because I know this stuff. I like to work with people. That's what I like. Good for Chloe to figure this out at 17. There's some people still out there, and who knows, she might even change from gardening to some kind of therapy practices that include gardening in that practice. So good for her. And y'all, if people are not asking you for money, do not worry about what's going to happen with their careers, because she got it. She could be an amazing, influential gardener that is making some really good strides on what cognitive behavioral therapy can look like with gardening. So I support her. And yes, you are the asshole, and get your own, and leave your kids alone too, because your kids need to be able to do whatever they feel will make them happy.
Yeah.
Whew, not a doozy out here.
Well, that was fun. Okay, that's enough. That's enough internet for today. So, what are you looking forward to, or what brought you joy?
I am looking forward to resting.
Yes. Okay, rest.
I've been traveling so much, and people have asked me, does traveling make you tired? And it's not that traveling makes me tired. because I'm excited to go to different places. It's the
Mhm.
anxiety I get on these planes that makes me tired, because I keep having to remind myself that I have no control over this. And I think that makes it worse. But I will
Hmm.
share that my landing experience in Aspen, Colorado was quite truly a thing of nightmares of what I've dreaded my whole time traveling, in
Oh
which a
no.
plane is just so like shaky that it won't stop. I couldn't stop shaking. I couldn't stop shaking myself. The plane is also small, but you can't have a big plane that lands in Aspen apparently, because the runway's
Mm.
too small, and so you have to be small planes. Oh my, like I'm even talking about it still gets me flustered. I was freaking out, and then when we landed I just started crying because my body physically was just like, this is
Mm.
the only response you have. So the pilot and a passenger and some other people were telling me, don't worry, takeoff is so different, you'll be fine, don't worry. It was the exact same.
Oh no.
At least on the takeoff I didn't have anybody next to me, so I was holding on to the
Mm.
outside aisle. I was freaking out, and then the flight attendant said, as you know, this is normal. We'll probably be experiencing this for 10 to 12 minutes more. I was like, 10 to 12 minutes more. Chaos, chaotic. So I've noticed that that's what makes me tired, because it physically makes my body tense up.
Mhm.
I may have to talk to some kind of professional to see if there's options or things I can do to try to calm my mind down. But I can't, I mean, I truly get so panicked. I don't know what's going to happen. And yeah, that's what makes me tired. So I'm looking forward to resting. I won't have a trip for a couple of days, I think 10 days.
Days. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
10 days. And then I'm going to a wedding in Seattle. So.
Okay, Mrs. Worldwide.
But people keep saying that worldwide. I've just been
Mrs.
United States and then Cancun. That's it. United States. We're
Mrs. Domestic doesn't sound
Mrs.
as
Coast to
fun.
Coast. That's a good
Space
one.
Ghost, Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast.
Okay,
What
well,
about
I'm
you?
sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Uh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. That sucks. I hope that you get some good rest. It's funny that you said that traveling doesn't make you tired, because traveling 100% makes me tired, and I am so confused that it doesn't make you tired. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just because I'm looking forward to whatever it is. So like
Yeah, but you can
that
look forward
part.
to things that make you tired.
Sure, but it doesn't make me tired. Like I am, don't get me wrong, I'm not a crazy person, but like people are like, oh, do you ever hate it? And I'm like, I mean, I'm a person, right? Like, it'll stop eventually. That's just how I see it. I feel like there are seasons of travel, and then there are seasons of landing and
Yeah,
grounding.
yeah.
So
I just
that's
mean
why.
like the process of like going to a place, like getting all the logistics at the airport, that is exhausting to me. The like getting to my location, checking for bed bugs and the Airbnb or whatever the fuck. That's
Not getting one
tiring.
of the bees.
Yeah.
I'm all
But
tired of
anyway,
that shit. All right, what
so
about you? What brought you joy, or what are you looking forward to, or both?
what I'm looking forward to is going to Nashville to see one Beyonce in less than 2 weeks, which is
Oh my
crazy,
gosh.
crazy. I will be traveling to my ancestral home. Just kidding. It's not my ancestral home. But I am so excited to see Beyonce. So excited. I feel like I've been seeing clips of the Renaissance tour from her European leg, and I just can't believe it's like here. It's actually kind of crazy. And I'm also um slightly regretting my choice of going to see a show outdoors in Tennessee in July.
Yeah, the humidity
So the
alone.
humidity, like I'm pre dying. Like I feel like I just
I'm kind of upset
we
for
looked at
you.
the weather just the other day we looked at the forecast and we're like, oh no.
Hydrate, because the heat I came back to in Georgia, and it's less humid in Tennessee, it's going to be sticky where you are. So
thanks for listening to Get Funny.
we hope you laughed.
But if you didn't,
We did.
we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We killed it.
Crushed it.